a lot of requests lately about health and working out, and I am an avid worker-outer. That's a word. I have kind of always been an athlete my whole life. I started playing sports when I was 3 years old, and that has definitely carried into my adulthood. I was a volleyball player for a really long time, so I am quite familiar with the exercise process. I'm no expert, however. I do it for my enjoyment and to maintain my own health, but I did want to share this with you because it was something that I suppose I knew in theory, but I didn't know it in real life. Or at least I wasn't putting it into practice until I read this article. I'm going to try to find that article and link it in the description box below. But basically the article said you should not lift weights in running shoes. Specifically lower body workouts like squats and lunges. Not because it's bad for you. I mean, they weren't saying go out and buy new shoes. Like, it's not a ploy to sell more shoes. It was really explaining how when you work out with running shoes, obviously running shoes are designed to run in. Now when I do exercises that involve more calisthenics like jumping up and down or lateral movements, I opt for a volleyball shoe. Again, because I was a volleyball player, volleyball shoes are designed to handle the impact of jumping up and down, going side to side, going forward and backward. So when I did Insanity and when I did T25, I used a volleyball shoe. I used an Asics volleyball shoe because I love Asics. And I also have Asics running shoes. These are the shoes that I run in. I've been running in Asics for ever. Since as far back as I can remember, I've always run in Asics. They just work so much better for me than Nike or New Balance. Nike wears in the toe. It doesn't have enough cushioning in the front, and then this part always flaps off for me. New Balance wears in the heel, and then I don't know, it's just New Balance are weird for me. I don't know how it wears in the heel. I don't know what I'm doing to my heels, but yeah, so that's why I've always gone with the Asics running shoe. Now, as you can see on an Asics or on a running shoe, any running shoe, you'll notice that the back part is very thick, and the reason why is because when you run, you are going forward, and it's designed to handle the impact of this forward motion. So some people will heel strike, meaning that they'll hit the heel and then run this way. Some will toe strike and they'll hit the toe first and then go that way. But the way that running shoes are designed, it's supposed to handle all of that impact of the forward movement. Now, because my workouts are usually combination workouts, like I will run and then lift weights, or I'll lift weights and then I'll run, I'll just always wear my running shoes when I am lifting weights. And again, it's not bad for you, but what the article stated was you're not getting as effective of a workout if you're going to be doing squats and lunges in running shoes because of the thickness of the heel. It's like if you wore high heels and then you did squats, well, your booty is kind of already elevated because you're in a heel, so you're not really targeting that area. If you've ever taken like a weightlifting class, or if you've ever had a personal trainer and then they tell you how to do squats, the proper way to do squats is to dig your heels in and kind of lift up your toes a little bit, because that really targets that glute muscle. And we all want great booties. Like, we all want nice shapely booty. And so when you're doing squats and lunges, you want to make sure that you're doing them in a way that's going to be the most effective. Well, running shoes apparently is not it. It's almost more effective to do them barefoot than to do them with a running shoe. So what the article suggested was to get a shoe specifically designed for weight training, and I guess I just never really thought about that because I have multiple running shoes and I have multiple volleyball shoes, but I don't have any weightlifting shoes. Now, it's not that I'm a huge weight lifter. I lift weights because I know that it's good for you, and I do it like once or twice a week. Most of my workouts really do consist more of yoga and cardio type movements, but there are occasions where I like to do squats and lunges because, again, I want to have shapely legs, a nice shapely booty, and I want to get, because I don't weight lift often, I want to make sure that when I do lift weights, that I'm getting the most effective workout possible. Enter this shoe here. Now, this is a training shoe, again by Asics, specifically designed for training, mostly weight training. I wouldn't say that this is a good shoe to wear for cross training, like if you are doing calisthenics, like if you're doing Insanity, or if you're doing you know, P90X or something that's going to involve a lot of running and jumping, because it doesn't have that kind of cushioning. This shoe, it's very flexible and very flimsy, but you'll notice that the heel of this one is so much thinner than the heel of my running shoe. It's probably, I would say, a good 3/4 of an inch thinner. So when you do squats and lunges in this kind of shoe, you can really dig that heel in and get that targeted glute muscle when you're doing the exercises. Now, whenever I weight train, I will usually start off with, just to warm up my lower body, I'll usually start off with 100 walking lunges. It's what I do. That's just how I do it. I find that it just gets everything, like the blood pumping, and it's not too harsh on my lower half, but it definitely warms up the muscle so I can start adding weight. When I did them in my running shoes, I could do, because I do them pretty often weekly, I could do 100 walking lunges, kind of no problem. Like I just knock it out in less than 2 minutes. When I started to do my walking lunges in this shoe, I was like, oh man, like by 45, I was really starting to feel it right in the back of my leg and in my glute area. So I was like, oh, okay, this works. So I would definitely suggest getting a shoe designed for weight training if that is what you like to do. I will put the link to the article that I read in the description box below if I can find it, and a link to both of these shoes in the description box below as well if anybody's interested. Again, you guys have been asking me to do more health and workout type videos, so I'm trying to incorporate that into my channel. I hope that this tidbit was useful for you. Again, it's new information to me. I probably just started doing this like the past 4 weeks or so, and I've really noticed the difference, and I felt the difference, especially when I'm doing my workouts. So I would definitely recommend getting 2 different kinds of shoes. And sometimes I have to bring my gym bag and, you know, switch out shoes before I go into weightlifting, and that's kind of a hassle, but because I'm not weightlifting every day, I'm not doing squats and lunges every single day, I want to make sure that when I do it, that I'm going to get the most bang for my buck. You know, like this time that I'm devoting to doing these squats and lunges are going to really target the areas that I'm trying to work out, and switching my shoes out has really helped me with that. So yeah, I hope that information was useful to you. It was certainly useful to me when I read the article because it was something that I guess I never really thought about. But yeah, if you have any questions about, you know, health stuff, fitness, or what I do or whatever, then leave those in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you and what your thoughts are. Do you guys use different shoes when you're weightlifting or when you're running or whatever the case is? I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.